Kendra Moore. I hope you are having a beautiful day today. So, today I am going to make a homemade foaming wash for our face. Now, if you've seen my previous video, I showed you how to make a foaming hand soap. So, in other words, we are going to make a foaming facial wash. Now, the ingredients are different. The method is about the same, but you only need a few ingredients, and I'm going to show you some options with those as well. So the first supply that you need is the foaming hand pump, and this is our foaming pump bottle. This I got from Amazon. It's 8.5 ounces. It comes two in a pack. So you can use one to make the foaming hand soap that is already posted on my channel. And then you can use the other one to make this really rich and emollient foaming face wash recipe that I'm getting ready to show you today. All right, so you have that. So the next you need your soap. You know, I'm a big fan of Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. Now, ideally, you could use the non-scented version. This is the hemp almond soap. So I use the non-scented usually, but they didn't have it when I went to go buy it. So this was the next one that I felt was the most gentle for the skin. So I have that. If you're not familiar with Castile soap, it's basically made with vegetable oils. It's all natural, very rich, very emollient. You can use it for your face, your body, and your hair. I use this oftentimes for my shampoo as well. So just to let you know, it has coconut oil, it has palm kernel oil, olive oil, hemp seed oil, jojoba oil, and it has the almond fragrance, citric acid, and tocopherol. Okay, don't sue me on that. But anyway, so a lot of really great natural oils here. So we have that. The other thing that you'll need to make a really moisturizing face wash is water. So water really is so important for our skin, both internally and externally as well. A lot of people do not realize, and I didn't realize this as well, that we actually need water on our body before we lock it in with different oils or whatever the moisturizing thing that you use. So we are going to use water today. So of course, you want to use a distilled type of water. So I'm using my distilled water, but we're going to kick this up a notch. This is something that is optional, but I am going to add it to my face wash. We have here orange blossom water. So basically it's a hydrosol, and we have rose water as well. And I got these from my I have a local Mediterranean place, and they sell this. Traditionally, orange blossom water has been used for cooking as well as rose water, but we also know that rose is especially great for your skin, and orange as well, as it helps to blossom, as it helps to brighten your skin. Now, what is a hydrosol? So you've heard of essential oils, and I have essential oils here that I'm also going to add. So I have lavender and bergamot essential oils. But during the distillation process, when they are distilling the plant for the essential oils, you actually have two things that happen. You have the essential oils that's dripping through one side of the distillation process, but then you actually have that condensation that comes up from the distillery, and that is often captured, and that is the water, and it's not as concentrated as the essential oil, but it still holds a lot of great properties from whatever plant is being distilled at that time. And so that's what we call hydrosols, or in this case, we have rose water and orange blossom water. Now, I read you the list of the oils that are in here, but one oil that I am definitely going to add, because it is phenomenal for the skin, is argan oil. Argan oil is great for the skin because of its properties. It helps to lessen wrinkles. It helps with the elasticity of the skin. It helps with different vitamins that are in here. Of course, highly moisturizing, but pure argan oil is like gold when it comes to the skin. It also helps calm inflammation, which is great if you have like acne or some other kind of inflammatory skin condition. And it also helps to speed up the healing of wounds. So if you think about acne scars and things like that. So we're going to add a little bit of argan oil, and I'm saying a little bit because this stuff is not cheap. Okay, so it's not cheap. So we're not going to fill it up with the argan oil, but we're going to enhance the formula. In addition, I know some people want to add a little bit of extra jojoba oil. You can do that if you like. Of course, the soap already contains that. One thing that I've learned is not to make your foaming pump recipes too dense with adding a bunch of oils, because depending on the weather, when it gets kind of cool, it can like just get really thick, making it hard to pump out. All right, so let's get to the recipe. So what we're going to do, it's really, really simple. I am first going to add my water. I'm going to do half of the bottle with the distilled water. And if I wanted to, I could do the whole thing with this, but I don't want to because, again, we are trying to be cost efficient, y'all. So, and by the way, even if you don't have these hydrosols, you can still make this recipe with just the water, okay? So let's do that. I don't know if you guys can see me pouring, but I'm pouring in. So a little bit of half water here. Next, what I'm going to do between the orange and the rose, I'm going to put in some rose hydrosol or your rose water. So put that in, and I'm just eyeing it at this point, but I'm not using this whole thing. It's just like a splash, right? And then I'm also going to use the orange blossom. And if you've ever, oh my gosh, this smells so good. I don't know if you guys know, but there's actually a rose essential oil. Pure rose essential oil is super expensive. Like you can find some in a bottle like this that will cost hundreds of bucks. So that's another reason why if you find rose hydrosols, get it, or rose water, get it and use it on your skin because it is much more cost effective. Next, I'm going to pour in a little bit of my orange blossom water. This is one, again, that has been used in a lot of cooking. It smells so good. So this is going to be our aromatherapy as well when we wash our face. All right, so we have our distilled water and we have our hydrosols in here. And I would say if you wanted to measure out the hydrosols, maybe do about a 1/4 cup of each. Okay, so not a whole lot unless you want it to. You can certainly put more hydrosols in here and less water. It's up to you. Doesn't have to be an exact science on that. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the argan oil. Now, again, argan oil is just so super special for the skin. This is a 1/2 teaspoon that I'm going to add in here. All right, let me get one more. So I'm doing 1 full teaspoon of the argan oil in the pump. And then I'm going to add the Castile soap. Now, when we're doing the Castile soap, the thing to remember is you want to not go too high. We don't want this to go all the way up here because we need some space when we put on our pump that we don't spill it over. If you do spill it over, it's all good. I've certainly done that. So I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons of my Castile soap. Now, when we go to test this out, if the foam is not foamy enough for you, then you just simply add more of the Castile soap. So that's another reason to leave some room here, so that way, if you need to add a little bit more, you can. Next, we have our bergamot oil. So I'm going to add this. You want to add essential oils. And again, this is optional. The very base recipe is water, Castile soap. Like truly, those 2 things are probably going to be better than a lot of your conventional face wash because you really are just using those vegetable oils to wash your skin without those harsh chemicals that are oftentimes found in your conventional skin wash. So if you only have those two things, you're good. But if you can find the extra and get the extra, then do that. In terms of the essential oils that you want to choose, just choose ones that are great for the skin. I like bergamot because it is a citrus base, but it is not as harsh as like lemon, for example, and you can still get some of those brightening properties. And then, of course, lavender. Lavender essential oil is famous for skincare. Any cuts, things like that, you put lavender on your skin and it really helps to heal it. As a matter of fact, my dog, I don't know what he did, and I'm putting in about 4 or 5 drops. You don't need a whole lot. My dog actually, he had this gash, I don't know where he got it from outside, on his face. And so I put the cone on him. I did have some triple antibiotic ointment. I put that on, and then I left that on him, and he had the cone on for about a week or so. And it got better. As soon as I took the cone off, of course, you know how dogs scratch, so that opened it back up. So I put the cone back on him, but this time what I did is that I used lavender and I dropped it right on that area. So you can use lavender on animals as well. And when I tell you, it made such a big difference. His skin, I could tell, was healing much faster than when I just used that antibiotic ointment on it. And he's doing pretty good. So keep that in mind. That's how powerful lavender is for the skin and for skin healing. So we put that in there. Okay, did I miss anything? No. I think I have everything in here. Did I do 3 tablespoons? All right, someone's gonna have to remind me. I was so busy talking that I can't even remember if I did 3, but we shall soon find out, because once I top this up, we're gonna top this up, and then we are going to give this a gentle shake. We don't need to shake it hard. Okay, thank you so much. Good looking at it, I appreciate that. So we're just kind of just doing this, just mixing the ingredients together. And then once you do that, then you're going to give it a pump, a few pumps, and then see how you like the foam, right? And it pumps out. Now this, if it's too runny for you, you can add some more Castile soap. You just don't want to add a lot, too much, to where it starts to clog up the pump function, if that makes sense. So this, if you have this texture, this is great. And then this is what you will use to wash your face. Now, if you don't have a foam pump bottle, again, you can order it off of Amazon, 8.5 ounces, and they're not giving me any money for telling y'all that. If you find it on any other place, feel free to order. But you can also, just use something else. Like, for example, this was a bottle that I had that had some carrier oil in it. And so you can also just do the same thing here. The only difference is that, you're just going to be pouring it out. This has this cap. So whatever mechanism that you find, if you want to use. Now, when I did make this recipe in here, it was just a bit messy. Works in the shower, but if you are at your bathroom sink and then you're pouring this, a lot of it slips through your fingers and you're trying to wash your face. So for that reason, I've switched to using a foaming hand pump or foaming pump bottle for my facial wash. So great. I'm glad that you are going to make it. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Again, the main thing is we want to keep our skin moisturized. Healthy skin is moisturized skin. Even if you have oily skin, do not be afraid of using oils, natural carrier oils on your skin. It's very beneficial to you, especially jojoba oil. So if nothing else, jojoba oil is really great for your skin, even if you have oily skin, because it helps to balance out that sebum production. It's the closest carrier oil that mimics our actual sebum production. And it also goes into the pores if you have clogged pores, and it helps to loosen the debris or the dirt or whatever is clogging your skin. And over time, it helps to cleanse that out. Okay, so even if you have oily skin, do not be afraid of using a good carrier oil and incorporate that into your skincare. So, you guys, that is all that you need to do to make your own face wash. And of course, you can put a nice, pretty label on it. You can make it really fancy and cute. You can make this as gifts for people for, someone's birthday or maybe bridal shower, etc. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Feel free to comment below if you have tried something like this, or if you do try it, how it works out. If you have any questions, of course, let me know. And if you have any requests for any other type of homemade DIY, personal care, or home care solutions, just drop it in the comment and I will see what I can do. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you again for watching and for supporting my channel. You guys take care.